Hello, magical divine one. If this message has found you, you are in it. This is being recorded on the 11th of the 11th. It is the 11:11 portal, but I know when this message finds you, you would have already passed through the 11:11 portal. I knew this yesterday. I was very much told not to record so that this morning's message would not be about the 11:11 portal. And it's because you are now in it. And what I know, what they've been showing me, because they've been giving me a lot of downloads for this collective, and it's been really interesting for my human to kind of witness as these downloads are coming through. Like I'm definitely losing subscribers, but this is what it looks like, and I'm being reminded to remind you that when you stand in your truth, it doesn't matter what everything looks like. You are here to be living proof. And this is why many times in these readings I feel I feel called to share some human stuff, because this is what it means to be a divine sacred mirror, right? It's not through speaking or proving, it's really through just living and showing and sharing, right? And these messages, it's not a philosophy, but what comes through for you is very much what comes through for me, right? These messages are as much of assistance to me as they are for those who they resonate with. So what I'm really called to share here today is that drop every paradigm. Everybody told me that being a single mother was going to be difficult and hard and exhausting and I didn't come across one person that was like, you're gonna love it. No one, not one single being. Not that I was even asking for opinions, right? But everybody has an opinion sometimes, especially in the 3D world, right? So and I took a lot of this on unintentionally, and it was only here, right, in this new space, when then I really got to sit with everything and actually realize that the only reason I felt tired was because I was resisting being what I was being called to be, right? And thinking and believing that it needed to be difficult. And I did for a little while play in some lower frequency paradigms, right? I introduced TV for a little while and I watched the frequency shift, right? Because I wasn't being true to me. Maybe it had nothing to do with the TV or the TV shows. Maybe it did. Who knows, right? Do we need to know? Because all that we really need to know is what we bear witness to in the now, the feeling, the energy, the frequency. And this is what it is to live super consciously, right? To pay attention to not so much like the noise, but like the feeling of things. Like, does this feel good? Am I feeling good about this? Sorry, I don't know if you guys heard that little gurgle. I apologize. I just drank a big sip of sparkling water before sitting down to record. So you're in it, friends, and you're being called to allow yourself to be in it. Allow yourself, give yourself permission for it to be easy. It is, I promise you. When you are choosing you, when you are being vulnerable, when you are in your authenticity, when you are doing what calls to you, right? Because you are so special, you are so unique, you are so magical. What lights you up is not going to be what lights anybody else up. It's why you are a way shower. It's why you are a beacon. It's not that your way is the right way or the wrong way, but your way lights up the world, and your way will resonate with those whom you have contracts with, those whom it's meant to resonate with, right? And then they get to choose, and they get to be inspired, and they get to find their own resonant way, right? Because that is all that we are here to be, is way showers, light warriors, right? Holding the light by choosing us. It's like what they're showing me here, and this is strange because really when I sat down to record, they were like, take the cards out, and now they're giving me so much stuff. It's like For a very long time, you felt like you were the alien. Okay, this group 7 stuff is coming through again. I don't really, here's what it means, some of it, and they're going to give it in drips and drabs, right? But it's very much where you, the soul that you are, the soul that you dropped into a soul that so that you could drop into a human body. Yes, and in that still consciousness state, and I don't know how it all works, and really don't need to, but somewhere in this state before you became your, dropped into your human vessel, there was stuff that was kind of preordained. Okay, some of which would be that you would experience intense trauma, intense misery, intense difficulty, more so than the average human. 555. Okay, and this was necessary, right? This is why when we say like everything is happening in your favor, everything is working out for you, everything is assisting you in becoming, so that you become the being that you are, right? Because that is only when you give yourself permission to be the being that you are, where you truly experience all the bliss, all the liberation, all the magic, all the miracles, right? The rest of it is just like fairy dust. You're like, oh, right? I got excited about that. Silly me. Like, if I'd known, I really would have just jumped on that choo-choo train, right? So you have experienced, you're a being that has experienced oh so much. And now it's like you get to choose. It's like through this 1111 portal, it's like a doorway that like closes the old and opens the new, right? It's like the 11 splitting. It's like the ultimate illumination of you. It's like time bending, right? It's really like this circle of oneness, this like, it's like the 1 and the 0, right? Like you are the 1, you are the 0. And this is, I feel like as you step through, because you're in it, right? And this is why Source is saying like, you're in it. Because in it, what they're giving me is like, it's not that you're going to be tested, but you're going to be put in beautiful moments where you will have opportunities to choose you fully, completely, and in ways that shape and shift and change not just the internal, the external. You're being called to hold the light, right? You're a light warrior. Through you holding the light, which is you using your alchemy and becoming a better being, the being that you are. Okay, friends, they're telling me to take the cards out now. Through you becoming the being that you are bettering humanity. So you are a light warrior, you are holding the light, and now your past, the pain, the trauma, the stuff, it's gone, it's done, it's dusted, it's over, unless you choose for it not to be. Here's where you hold the light. This is what it really means to be a light warrior, friends. This is why you are group 7, right? Because you experienced so much stuff so that you could fulfill your purpose, right? If you didn't experience everything prior to this 1111 portal, and right, this is timeless. So this, at the day, whenever you find this, whenever this message finds you, you have just gone through a portal. You have just gone through an extreme transformation. Okay, what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is very much not no butterfly out taking flight. Like you're now ready to take flight. And this whole group 7 stuff, I think they're bringing it through because there is hype about it, because there is stuff about it, because there's information about it, and it is here to inspire, it is here to ignite, it is here to light the candle under all of our bums so that you actually step up and be the being that you are being called to be, that you feel called to be. Yes? Is this not true? Do you not feel the resonance there? Do you not feel excited to create? Do you not feel expanded by being differently? Do you not feel different? Did you not feel extremely different this morning? Did things maybe not flow a little differently? Was there, did you not feel more anchored into trust and truth and gut knowing? Did you not feel maybe more patient, more calm, more ethereal is the word coming through, like more magical, more mystical, more like, you know, I've got my magic wand out, and you are the wand, right? You are the antenna. You are the paintbrush. You are a frequency artist. So you holding the pose and whatever is going to come up, whatever is going to sort of be reflected as you're going through this portal, because you're in it, you're not through it yet. At least if this message resonates with you, you're going to be experiencing some stuff that is really going to call for you to be the light warrior that you are, because in those moments, there's so much discovery. In those moments, so much resistance that will be released, right? So much remembering that will occur, right? A human share here would be like with a little one, like, what does it really matter if she goes to bed 10 minutes later, if we read 3 more stories, right? What feels good for me? What is the energy that I'm reading here? And this is really what it's about. It's that simple. I might, like, just because it's a 2-year-old and it's mothering, it is the same with everything, right? It's reading the energy. And then when you feel yourself affected by the fact that you have to read 3 more books, or lie there for half an hour, or whatever, that's your trauma, right? Because right there, whatever you are touching is you. Hold yourself with love and grace. All versions of you, every version of you. Because this is what this space is. This message has found you because you're in it, and you're in a space where you're being called to be the light warrior, and just watch and experience the magic and miracles unfold around you. Okay, cards coming out, friends. My name is Angela. I am a channel of and for source consciousness, as are you, okay? And if this calls to you, ground yourself in this beautiful magical now with your breath, breathing in through your nose to your heart space with every breath, acknowledging your light, your truth, your divinity, before surrendering to the perfection of you and your now with every exhale. Being told 5 cards, you just keep breathing as many times as you feel called to. Okay. Let's see, I'm being told to look at all the cards. This beautiful card combination has come up before, and these are the only, it came out like that, right? Once, I can't recall the reading, but I remember it being like top energy, bottom energy. I'm getting very much this feeling here where it is this mastery, 111, right? This, where the mind now becomes a tool of creation and not a tool of like chaos, right? Not that there is anything wrong with chaos. Everything is birthed through chaos, but there's like organized chaos, right? Like, it's kind of, sometimes it's really fun to buy a lucky packet and open it up and not know what your surprises you're gonna get, right? But sometimes you have a little bit of a general idea of like, oh, I want to live by the beach, I want to grow apple trees, or whatever, right? There's a little bit of a feeling, but maybe no clear picture. And what I'm feeling here in this energy is really where, like, you've stepped into your creator mode, right? It's like, I can't remember where I've heard this reference before, but it's like, imagine being in a VR game and you're putting on your goggles, and like where you choose to focus on is what you're going to experience. And it's like, what they're showing me is, it's like you were in the VR game, but you were being pulled in all different directions because there was like so much flashy. So you were kind of everywhere and nowhere all at the same time, always. And now it's like you've taken off the goggles that distract, right? Like distract you from what is really there. And now you're getting to like truly play with reality creation, right? They're bringing it through as reality creation and not so much manifestation, because I feel that if you resonate with this message, that like you don't really want to know what the magic is, what the miracles are, like what exactly is coming for you. You fully embrace the beauty of the unknown, right? Of just knowing, like, this is a little bit of a calling. This is something that I really feel called to do, and trusting and knowing that your reality will show up for you, right? 333, that you will show up for you. Okay, let's see. Because here's the message. This is about the in it, is what I'm told. And see, we have the awakening, or the awakening card, which is the judgment card, and the world card coming out, right? World card falling down, because this is actually where you are, what this in it is taking you to, right? It's taking you to this world view, to this bigger, greater, deeper, like bottomless, shapeless perspective, that you are so much more than a human, like that your purpose here is so much greater than earth, because you assist so many on earth, like you assist the universe. Okay, we have everything else aside from these two very beautiful, and friends, this is a beautiful energy, right? You have you're exactly where you're meant to be, but more so than that, like everything that you have gone through, right? You're a being that has experienced a lot of pain, a lot of difficulty, a lot of challenge, a lot of back and forth, a lot of replays, like the same shit, right? The same type of relationship, the same type of trauma. You're a being that has sometimes like sat in your reality and felt like the entire world is against you. You're a being that has felt breakable pain, what is felt like breakable pain. And this breakable pain was to like chip away. And this is this breakable pain that's coming through. They're referring to everything that you've experienced in your life, right? Past, like up to now, up to whenever you choose for it to be. This breakable pain was like, I don't know much about blowing stuff up, but I know that when there's a really big thing, they kind of have to drill, right? Drill in and then place explosives at certain points, right? And then either time it, if it's a really big thing, like these will go off, then those will go off, and but essentially, like, you can't just put something on or something under and boom. There's a little bit of planning, a little bit of like intensity, drilling, right? Like labor, manual stuff, like experience. Maybe it's not pleasant, maybe it's really dangerous, right? This is the feeling here. Okay, so all of these big moments that you have experienced, it was like the drilling to place all the things, and everything is now in place for you to be fully cracked open, for the shell to explode. Okay, so let's talk about what is going on here, because this is where the guidance, this is where the assistance for whomever you are is, right? The rest of it was just confirmation. We have the Three of Swords. Okay, voices being swords. Swords being all about the mind, right? The air. Beautiful thing. Air moves. Blow it away, right? Your thoughts at this time, this is really strange because it's opposite of everything that normally comes through with regards to thoughts. Your thoughts right now are a little bit of a gold mine. Just follow wherever they're taking us here, friends. Because you don't linger there, because you've mastered the art of like detaching from the thought, of calling yourself back, of bringing yourself present, of like not really entertaining, like shaming, blaming, guilting. right now, the thoughts that are going to be coming through, they're like more like alerts, like a notification. Right? You're going to be having maybe a negative thought or like an old thought, an old human thought. And it's an alert. It's an alert because you are now in such a position of authority or position of sovereignty, but it's like sovereignty and authority intermingled because it's how it feels. It's such a position of sovereignty and authority that you've stepped into your power, right? You know, you've felt, you've experienced, and like you've been upgraded, and your codes and like the switches have all flicked on, right? I feel like I'm seeing a surrender switch. You've switched to surrender, you've switched the surrender switch, where you're just about to. But all of the stuff that you've experienced has now put you in this like beautiful, magical position. Like you don't know how magical just what you do on a day-to-day basis is. There are no words for it because it's something that you can only be felt. Some of you are beginning to truly see, and this is what is happening at this time. This message is finding you as you're beginning to truly see all that you are, all that you came here to be. And this isn't about knowing the end goal, knowing the soul purpose, knowing the this. It's just about knowing bliss, knowing the now. So this pain, all of this, it is, and your thoughts being gold mines right now, it's like when the thoughts pop in, your alchemy, your light warrior codes, all that you are, your beautiful soul, your beautiful frequency, and everything that you have shifted, right? The place that you have placed yourself in, the space that you have placed yourself in, puts you in a position where you shift these things so quickly. Your alchemy is like instantaneous, right? And you're able to like come back to the now, and like actually, it's like you're in a new now. Maybe there was a sound that was annoying you, and you're like, okay. The thought's like, oh, let me go tell them to, let me do something controlling, and you're like, wait, no, that's ego running the show. That's not me trusting. You know, these are just examples. It's going to be so different for all of you because it's life, and lives, right? And we are here to alchemize the life, to bring in the heaven, to bring in the bliss for everyone. So yeah, your thoughts are gold mines right now. Okay, so there is a big shift. If that hasn't come through, and this is kind of like the thoughts are like temptations. Everything is now like a temptation, but you see through the temptation, right? It's like even when ego speaks, or your subconscious, like, you know, or fear speaks, or you feel those feelings, it's like you know, you're like, no. Breath, somatic, tap, presence, affirmation, 11, right? I don't know, but there is just so much magic. Okay, friends, here's the guidance, because there's some stuff that's going to be coming through. Let's see what alchemy card wants to come through. Your pain is the gateway, right? Your pain was the gateway, should I say. It can continue to be your gateway. It will continue to be your gateway for as long as you choose to give it permission to remain the gateway, or you can choose to close the door on the pain, right? And this is really what it means to stand in your sovereignty, is to never make yourself smaller for anyone. That's allowing your pain, your trauma to be at the forefront, right? Your empathetic nature, ears are ringing, your empathetic nature makes it really difficult. And I know, because I mean, all of us, I think, face this at some many phases, stages in this journey, where our empathy and our just hesitation and not feeling good about other people experiencing pain keeps us stuck in a loop where we play small to make other people comfortable. And it could be something as simple as not speaking loudly in a shot, like purposely speaking quietly, because you don't make yourself smaller. In the same way that you are anchoring the light, right, whenever you experience something that is unfavorable, it is only through you standing in your truth that you can truly assist others. Okay, It's not like you are intentionally triggering someone. It's not how it works. I mean, you can intentionally trigger people, but generally the triggering will not have the desired effect. The way that you trigger people is by never, ever, ever, ever compromising again at all. And this is why 912 has been coming through for you. And it's because you're in the chapter. Like 911 was a very big number, right? The illumination of you. 912 is now like, it's the era of you. It's the era of the you that is the universe, right? The you that is the world saver, the hero. It's also the chapter, the era where choosing you has never been easier. Like 912, you are the choice in every two, and you've chosen you enough times. You've seen enough magic and miracles. And in this time of like whatever you're gonna face, I don't know, but I know that the messages that are gonna come through over the next few days I'm hearing are going to be ones that are going to assist you in dealing with whatever you are experiencing with ease and grace. Okay, that's all I'm hearing. That's all they're giving me. And I'm just hearing, don't fret, pet. Okay. So let's see, friends, because you're beyond the pain now. It's something that you have now walked away from. Yellowing, right? Yellowing is also being told to take another card, like one of the stages in healing, right? Thank you, bruises. This book even speaks about it. Or so much coming through, friends. Okay, the new pearl is what I'm going to take. Okay. Which is 5. Oh, there we go. Aging, transitioning, warning. Indicating transition. The yellowing leads us into the next phase of our alchemical work. Envision the yellowing as pages of a beloved novel or the ochre blanket of leaves in the fall. This color seeps out to signify the beginning of an end, a return to zero. Even a deep bruise finds a yellow tint as it reaches its final phases of healing. In contrast, yellow can be the marker of long-awaited growth, as seen in the first rays of the sun in the chair for Cynthia in February. Whatever its message, yellowing tells the truth. It leads us forward, like the vibrant canary in the mine, warning us of what's to come. Take heed. This transition is here, whether by yoke or bile. How to respond is up to you. It's likely you already know. I feel like this very much sums up the energy of this entire reading, this entire transmission. Thank you, Kim Kranz and Source. Yellow rides a fine line. In art, the color is often interpreted as cheeriness covering turmoil, as seen in the late paintings of Van Gogh or Van Gogh. I don't actually know which is the correct pronunciation these days. Imagine a rainbow with no yellow. The colors remain static, disconnected. The gift of yellow is the bridging of all phases, the full expression of life's spectrum. Go deeper, look at Terry O'Neill's photographs of David Bowie in 1974 to ponder transition as a teacher. Okay, Margarita Percosia, the new pearl. Oh, right there. So that was most definitely the card that wanted to be spoken about, and this is in relation, they're telling me now, to the 5 of voices, the 5 of swords. This is where you really get to choose, right? You get to choose. It's like yoga. You get to choose whether to struggle in the pose or to breathe through it and enjoy it and find magic in the moment, and then when it's done, it's over, right? You can, how you walk up the steps is up to you, right? It can be easy, it can be difficult. If you feel called to walk up the steps backwards, but you're walking up the steps forwards because everybody is walking up the steps forwards, it's gonna be difficult for you. But it might seem like to everybody else, why is she walking upstairs backwards? But it doesn't matter, right? Because it's what works for you. And that's just the thing. You are here to be different. No one has the answers that you seek. Only you. Only you, through your resonancy, through your frequency, through you following resonancy and frequency, living super consciously. Super consciously is just connected to the consciousness that is you, okay? What is your reality talking to you? What is it conversing to you at this time? Because it's having a beautiful conversation with you. Big confirmation there. Grit, irritation, waiting. The new pearl is one of the great promises of alchemy. From a single grain of sand, the pearl forms slowly but surely in the salty mouth of the oyster. The new pearl emerges as an alchemical miracle, a sight unimaginable at the outset. That said, the process is generated from irritation itself, such as the medicine of the new pearl card. The work is underway, but the gem has not yet formed. Don't become petty and hasty, seeking a return on your efforts. Rather, turn to patience, consistency, and humility to remedy the discomfort. Let the magic of time and salt water do its work. Relax, believe and support a fellow alchemist in finding the grit that will become their pearl. Don't worry about you right now. The entire ocean is your ally. Go deeper and read The Pearl by John Steinbeck to ponder the pearl turning back to sand. The pearl is made from only 1 grain of sand, 1 irritant. Take 1 moment to thank this irritant for being so consistently challenging, allowing the pearl to begin its formation. Take note that this card appears with the wise salt card or any of the cards associated with the element of water. Let them amplify the message of the new pearl. I'm really being called to actually shuffle here and see what else, because there were so many cards that came through. And let's just see if something else flies out the deck. One more shuffle, but I'm not. Yeah, the deck feels super like energetic, but like the energy is pretty energetic. Okay, yes. Oh, the spider. Rotation. This is an interesting one. Okay. Oh, I think it's right there. No? Okay. Almost there, friends, I promise. Okay. Rotatio is the great alchemical operation of the wheel. Through its circularity, it indicates that work performed again and again and again produces results. It reminds us of our efforts are cumulative, not singular, nor is the work ever fixed or finished. Rather, the alchemist rises each day to tend to the laboratory, to weave their work into the world. It is the epitome of the alchemical axiom, idem mutata resurgo, although changed, I rise the same. This operation is expressed through images of the circle, the spiral, the Ouroboros, and the wheel. By its non-hierarchy, I don't know why I can't pronounce this right now. Actually, I do. It's like things are going to feel really like spirally for you, right? A little bit trippy, a little bit weird, a little bit oh so different. By its non-hierarchical shape, we are tossed back into the spin just when we thought we had it all figured out. Through this stage, though the stage can be frustrating and cause a fair amount of restlessness, it is at the heart of all spiritual practices. Go deeper, listen to George Harrison's All Things Must Pass to ponder, is there anything that does not repeat? If you've been repeating actions and getting the same results, this card is an opportunity to see the pattern and make a new choice, spin the wheel in a new direction. This operation connects us to the element of time. The alchemist learns how to use time like any other element, not to waste it, but to expand it and appreciate its gifts. Okay, friends, I'm being called to end this transmission here. I feel like you've received, if you hear, the confirmation that you needed at this time. And Blessings and love. Thank you to all of you for being the beautiful light warriors that you are. You are a phenomenon. Blessings and love. Bye bye.